So, here we are. Would anyone like to remind us what happened last session, Craig?
Oh, because I don't know what happened, because you said we're retconning the entire session.
Well, we're not retconning the entire session, and it was entirely combat the session before, so we were finishing off some combat this time. There were some ransacking bits going on. There was fires that were being put out. Hayes and David, you were very, very dashing and helpful, and help put out the fire at the apothecary. Didn't someone smash something up a bit more? Can't remember. In the Silver Oval.
Something to do with the V being a bull in a china shop, I'm pretty sure, was a joke made
that was something
in the
like
last
that.
So I dropped out completely on that recap.
No, I was just trying to remember if anybody had. I'm sure there was some smashing or something going on.
I'm pretty sure the joke was made that David went in to try and help fix the apothecary.
No, it was the tea shop. The tea shop.
He went to the tea shop, and somebody made a joke about him being a bull in a china shop and trashing the place.
That sounds on brand. Their fight ended. War Chief was slain, and you took Remiel into the chapel in Nepenthe, and that's where I'm going to retcon it from. So those of you who wish to be there, you can be there. If you want to retcon what you were doing after the fight ended, you're more than welcome. I hand the floor over to you.
Can I just ask what condition my uncle's shop was left in? And can I say I tidied it up a little bit?
Yeah, it was a wreck. It doesn't look like anything was taken. It was more, these were some berserkers that had come into the town like on a revenge mission, not really interested in doing any elaborate heists.
Did the dwarf jeweler's shop get bashed up even more?
I think the berserker was stopped before he made any major damage.
Oh, I'm so going to make my way there and smash it up.
That's fine. As you do so, can you give me a stealth? Because things are still a bit chaotic, but just want to make sure that you're not spotted doing anything.
I can. Just bear with me. Fingers crossed.
All right.
Please work. Stealth.
Yeah, of course you did. Of course it was all fine. You can smash up whatever you wish.
Oh, smash it.
Because they are busy cowering in like the safe room or whatever. So, yep. Oh, no, don't do that. So I just did something weird over that screen. Yeah. Anybody else do anything specific after the combat?
Following the unseen servant that's carrying Remiel.
Cool. And had we decided the unseen servant was kind of invisible or just an ethereal shape?
Formless, shapeless, invisible.
Cool. So there is the semi-unconscious body of a goddess just floating along, as you do, to the chapel. Let's do a little change of atmosphere.
Into the chair.
I'm pretty sure we made that joke last time.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Let's be honest.
Has everybody moved?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Let's see. Zoom out.
Oh, actually, no. That's an actual map, but I think I did have just for atmospherics. There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Just for atmospherics. Because we don't need to do any stuff. So the unconscious Remiel has been brought into the chapel. And yeah, so after everything you went through, after everything you saw at Briarcrest, your first taste showdown of the goddess of chaos, and now rescuing another goddess. Oh, look at you all being so great and heroic. You take this goddess through to the chapel.
And if I remember correctly, as we walked in, Balthor started shouting, Sardis!
Yes.
Sardis!
There are people here who have been sheltering from the chaos outside. So there is there's some first aid being done, some children being calmed down, some general trauma management going on. But you follow in behind this floating goddess, shouting at the top of your voice in this echoey chamber.
Yes, I do.
Yes. She looks up. If you've got another unconscious, we've got first aid over there. We've got supplies over here if you need them.
We found something that you've lost. We have Remiel here.
Yes, this is the Chapel of Remiel. Welcome in. Be it one, be it balance, be it peace.
You see the magic floating creature? That is the physical form of Remiel. We rescued her.
Have you been hit on the head? Do you require first aid? I know going through something like this can be rather traumatic. It's been unsteady round here as well, and everyone is feeling a little bit anxious and unsure. So please be at peace, and we can calm whatever you're worried about.
Can I roll an intimidation check to really try and get my point across?
Yes.
Can I help by firing my cannon into the air?
Oh, I've said that directly to you.
I have got that, and that's lovely.
Tom, not in the chapel.
And I just say,
did you want to fire your cannon?
It is. She's a female, isn't she?
Okay.
Sanis is female, isn't she?
Yes.
So I mean, I know it's going to sound horrible, but he's just going to be. Listen, you stupid woman!
Oh! Oh!
Get over here now!
And then Tom shoots off a shotgun in church. How very American of you. So everyone is feeling a little traumatized. There's a different type of screaming now. Different flavour of panic going on. Everyone ducks, doesn't know what's going on. Have the berserkers entered the chapel? A lot of panicky people now. And Sanis responds to your intimidation and, looking terrified, gives you her attention.
Oh yeah, if she comes over, I say, you need to help. This is Remiel. We saved her.
Okay. This is Remiel. And we take her through, lay her on a cot with everything else. And she looks kind of curious. Where did you say? I've not seen this. Okay. And she calls over the other cleric. And between them, they do cleric-y healing stuff, a bit of praying. If you want to join them in a little bit of prayer, you're more than welcome. Is there any kind of role for worship? Religion.
Oh,
let's do a group religion check. Let's see if we can rouse her with the power of clapping like Tinkerbell. But the power of collective rolling. We don't often roll on that one. Going great.
We just have to believe.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn my inspiration.
Cool. Yep, worth it.
Improved.
With a +8, I got a 12.
I mean, Alithia is
Alicia's such a fucking god botherer.
I mean, I don't think Olivia was even that bothered.
Olivia walks in.
Yeah,
Can I talk to you about your Lord and Saviour, Remiel?
Can we swap David's and Alicia's roles over? Because David's quite bothered.
I mean, yeah, if that's fine. I mean, I was going for a group one, so maybe there's some strong voices in other ones. So maybe David's fronting it while Alithia's kind of chilling back, even though the skills are there. So yeah, with your combined religious thoughts and prayers, and the cleric's work, Remiel awakens. And she looks around at you and smiles. I knew you would come to my aid.
Balfour's going to fall to his knees as she starts talking.
So's David.
The clerics look at you again, a little bit odd. And Remiel looks at her clerics and smiles. And there is the shine of the divine about her. And yeah, they realise too. So it is very obvious that, although not strong and bizarrely in mortal form, this is a goddess who is sitting on a rather rickety old cot in a chapel.
If no one else is going to go in, then yeah. My goddess, can you tell us anything that what happened? Who took you? How did they take you?
Always asking the right questions. Always wanting to solve. Always wanting to lead. Thank you, Balthor. Thank you for leading everyone together against all odds. I was taken during the celestial event. The sky shattering made the veil between our worlds a little thinner, and planning for years and decades and millennia all came to the point. I don't know how, but I was taken in that moment of weakness between the veils. What was the rest of the questions? So, as to the purpose, I can only assume to cause chaos, to upset the balance that has been held for so long and so hard fought.
And then I'll ask, looking at Craig just to fill in the name for me, but I can't find it in a second. But do you know who the smiling one? What's they called, Craig?
Mantaros.
Mantaros. Do you know who Mantaros is? Do you know that name?
I know that name as well as I know my own. Because in every true balance, where there is one, there is the other. Where is there the light, there is the dark. So when I was born to hold the balance, there was always one born to oppose it. Ours is an eternal dance and an eternal fight. She is the darkness when I am the light. Oh, that rhymes.
You don't want us to kill Mantaros, then?
I'm not even sure that it's possible. But you, the brave Vanguard, have proved beyond what is possible already. Look at you all. You've all grown in such ways. You've overcome such adversity. Each one of you. And she pauses at Alithia. Each one of you are where you are meant to be. Especially you, Alithia. At the right place, at the right time. Just as I hoped. And she looks at Hayes. Says, and you've got internal balances of your own to contend with. find you very interesting.
You don't know me.
I know of you. I know of all of you. Whatever path you walk is yours to walk. But some of you choose to walk in the path of the balance and some don't. That's not my wish to guide you, not my wish to enforce this. But together you make a formidable team. And she looks tired. She sags visibly. And
Took a bra off at the end of the day.
oh yeah, I mean she's got, you know, the instant that she has a moment she's like, how can mortals deal with this? She's not used to having
David
like,
and Balfour are still on their knees, right?
Yeah. I might just be able to see above the cot.
and she blinks like, it's like, please don't get up. I don't require worship. I don't seek followers in the same way as my elder siblings. And speaking of, you have done so much for me, you Vanguard. You have rescued me from a fate I know not what. I entreat you now to keep onwards with your battle and help me restore the balance, for I cannot do that alone.
How can we help? What?
The world is, the realm is not what it was. I'm sure in your travels you have seen the upset and the ruin that comes when balance is not kept. I need to restore it, but I'm not strong enough. Not now. My divinity was shattered and enslaved to different purposes, which has left me with very little. I need you to entreat my siblings, to visit them in their seats of power and gain their approval, agreement, get them to hold themselves in balance, to hold themselves in check until I can rightfully take my place again. Each of them will test you, will fight against you, will challenge you, because you will need to prove yourself worthy to them. It's a big deal, that what we will be asking from them, and it's a big thing I am asking from you. You will need to remind them of who they are and remind them of what their place in the realm is, where their strength is, for them to truly embrace that part of them.
It shall be done.
And each trial that you pass will make me stronger. With each challenge that you overcome, I'm sure my siblings will provide us something in the fight. They'll be very worthy allies to have alongside. Bear that in mind. I'm sure they will reward you and help me return to my divinity. If you wish to embark on this quest, I can use what last of my powers I have to empower you as much as I can and send you on your journey. As you may be aware, the portals, the transportation system in this realm is just as out of balance as the rest of the realm, and can be a risky maneuver, but I will do what I can to send you on one trip and help you as I can.
As long as it doesn't take too much out of you.
Each step that's achieved in attaining balance will set me right. While the world is out of sorts, so am I. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as such. You've already helped with each wrong that you've righted and each village and town that you've helped. These big steps will do great things. But alas, I cannot interfere or entreat them directly. It needs to come from you. And if you are ready to set off on this journey, then you know where their seats of power are. I leave you to make those decisions that you've already made last time. Don't change your mind.
That voice inside my head again.
So we're going to the one at the north first, and then making our way down.
Town.
Town.
Arthur wants to be Ulian again.
I genuinely think we might need to, because does Ilian not think the worst of us?
I mean, let's face it, I don't think any of them like you very much. Some more than others. And at that, her speech is done. If there's any questions, if not, she's going to learn about the mortal thing called rest.
Ooh.
Yeah, perhaps we go prepare ourselves for our next step on our journey and adventure, and we will return here once we are ready.
Yes. And she looks at each of you, and some of you look wary, some of you look worried, some of you look not impressed, some of you look excited. I understand this is a lot. If any of you wish to talk with me individually, you are more than welcome. I can answer questions that you might not want broadcast among the others, in which case I am here. But if there's nothing else you wish, then I will rest now.
One more thing, Remy, oh my goddess. While we have you here, what is the... I was hoping you could give me an answer.
I can try.
What is the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything?
Ah, a
42.
simple one. 42. See, even Hayes knows the answer to this one.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Ah, David! David!
We're just about typing.
David, that's an easy one. I'm sure everybody learned that one.
I somehow missed the knowledge.
Cool.
Tom will stay and have a private chat after everybody else buggers off.
Yep.
Which is just about to say the same thing, so she will hover outside and wait for Tom to come out.
Just before everybody leaves,
Yes.
while now Balthor's still on his knees,
Yes.
is he able just to say one last thing to Remiel?
Of course. Amongst the others or in private,
yeah,
either way.
No, in front of everybody.
Yep.
So he pulls out Stonecutter, and he will place it tip on the floor.
He puts his tip
bow
on the
his-
floor. I mean,
Yep.
you are on your knees already, so...
I know, it's not that big, it's not that impressive. And bow his head, and he's just going to say to Remiel, I, Balfour Silvermantle, son of Arik Silvermantle, ruler of Breemore, rightful heir to the seat of power, I do swear upon my very soul to serve the goddess, to serve you, goddess Remiel, the goddess of balance, for the remainder of my days. In your name, I vow to bring order to the lands of Cambria, to uphold the delicate equilibrium between law and chaos, light and dark, life and death. I shall stand as the steadfast shield against the forces that would seek to unbalance the world, knowing that in all things, balance must prevail. I pledge to guide those who seek harmony, to challenge those who sow discord, and to restore peace where it is lost. and with every step I will seek wisdom to understand what is truly just, and act with resolve to restore balance, even if it requires sacrifice or the severing of ties. In times of turmoil, I will be unwavering. In moments of peace, I will be vigilant. With your guidance, I will bring order to Cambria, ensuring that none shall overstep their bounds, and that all may live in harmony under the light of your watchful eye. I swear this before you, Remiel, and to all those who would seek balance in the world. And thus make my oath to Remiel and become Paladin.
She is overjoyed. Overjoyed.
Olivia started reading in the middle of that.
Yes, of course she did.
Making notes, probably.
I have no doubt, Baltha, formerly of Bremore, that you will lead these to great glory, and yourself. You have your challenges, but you have my faith as much as I have yours. You have my faith. Yes, so you've got one level in Paladin.
Yes, I just wanted to do an oath. And then Balthor will just wait for David to stand up first.
I mean, side eyes him and winks. knowing what he is about to unfold.
Remiel catches the eye of the others and sees you two kneeling there with a smile. I'll leave you two boys there then.
But Balthor will stand up and pat David on the back. A smile, and I will leave the chapel and let those who want to speak to Remiel speak to Remiel.
And I'll follow Balthor out.
Cool. Tom and Remiel talk. Which we know what that's about.
Yeah.
Angela, if there's anything you wish that you want to say out loud, you can do. If not, if you want to pop it in the chat.
I will message you later on. It doesn't need to be answered this thing, but
Perfect.
I will send you a message.
That's lovely. We can have a in-session chat after session. Perfect.
Yeah.
Anything from Alethea?
Alethea will richly cast telepathic bond. But instead of doing it with the whole party, she's just going to do it with Remiel, and then she's going to walk away and then talk to her at her leisure.
Right. Okay. So you're trying to talk telepathically?
I will be talking to her telepathically. Well, I mean, if she chooses to accept, I guess. She doesn't have to.
There is the briefest brush of this telepathic link requested across. And for you, it's like suddenly trying to stare into the sun. Like drinking from a fire hose, you're trying to telepathically link with a goddess who even has a small form of divinity, instant migraine. But she feels the briefest touch and stops you. And forms that bond back again with you, saying, if you prefer to talk this way, then we can do.
And then, yeah, we'll do a conversation.
So the conversation is held telepathically.
Yeah.
Again, if there's anything you wish to say now, we can do, or we can do this bit in the chat later.
Meta.
Meta. Would you like to meta later then?
Yeah.
We can meta later. That's awesome. It gives me time to think about how to reply rather than making it up on the spot.
Yep.
Not that I would ever do that. Awesome. Are you... Oh, I thought you were waving at me, and then I realised you weren't.
Oh.
Oh, are you waving at me? No. Oh. So, as you finish up here, shopping time if anyone wants shopping. Because you've all been sending me your wish list like it's freaking Christmas.
I haven't yet because I can't make up my mind.
No, that's fine. Everybody else, Craig, are you happy to drag and drop your own nonsense?
Yeah, it's all in there.
Fantastic. Angela, do you require assistance with your stuff?
No, you pretty much know what I want, you know.
Did you want me to drag it and drop it for you?
No, I should be able to do it.
Fantastic. Yeah, so if you drag across and adjust your gold accordingly. Scott's gone for a little break. We have some visitors, so if everybody would like a little comfort break, we can pause here for a moment.
A quick question, what gold was it?
2,000 gold.
Right, minus your things.
Minus whatever you want to spend that on, because I realised I haven't been really generating you any loot on your adventures. Whoopsie!
You tight arse.
I know, right? I can't try everything at once. So that's some small token towards what you've missed out on. And please feel free to remind me, because the dementia and that when you go on level ups, I will give you coinage as you level up as well, in lieu of like a monthly salary from the Vanguard. So that you will get some other stuff. The objects that you've had or requested, we can retcon that you've ordered those previously, because these small shops won't necessarily have every single magic item that you want. So I'm quite happy for you to go, oh, like 2 times ago I was here, I asked for that and paid for it with the money we earned at the time. But going forward, as you get any monies, you can place orders via message. Oh. What's happened here? Oh, yeah. You'll see in the compendium.
Yeah.
Sorry, sometimes there's 2 of things, and you'll see underneath it, some of them say free basic rules 2024.
Yeah, 2024, 2014, 24, 14.
We're not using the 24 ones. That's the new version of D&D that we all hate.
Right, we're using the 14.
So it's just 2014 ones wherever possible. I think it's just they kind of put it in there to hope that people use it. I think it's got some good points to rob from, but I don't know enough about it, and I know that the 2024 sheets are quite buggy from what's been reported on forums and stuff. Yeah, there's issues with leveling up and dragging and dropping. It doesn't do some stuff, doesn't interact with macros. It's quite a bit of pushback.
Honestly, I'm getting that with the normal character sheet sometimes.
It's difficult because they've built a lot into old architecture.
I was about to say their legacy code must be an absolute nightmare for them.
I don't know how they've done Jumpgate to be able to rebuild the house without touching the wallpaper.
They've probably, is it possible to put on like a different architecture within an architecture?
Possibly.
That's probably, to my uneducated mind, one of the only ways to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine what it took.
It's like Football Manager was moving to Unity completely, and they've spent 5 years doing it. They've made that much of a mess. The game's not coming out this year.
Yeah,
because it's so complex what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I don't even work with anything near that complex, and and never mind trying to edit it live. But anyway, enough of that.
What they're doing is they're getting rid of their legacy code, so they don't have these problems ever again.
Yeah, and so far Jumpgate has been a little bit wobbly in places, but I'm actually quite enjoying it. I like some of the extra bits they put on. I want to play with the dungeon scroll stuff at some point as well.
Yeah, that looks quite cool.
Yeah. Anyway, Scott's back now.
My gloves are only 2024 edition.
Oh, what were they called?
Gloves of Thievery.
No, I'm sure they're on there.
Gloves of Thievery? No, they're an old item, no?
There'll be two options to pick from. There'll be a 2024 to 2014.
No, there's one that says Dungeon Master's Guide.
Right, okay.
And there's one that will say Free Basic Rules 2024. So anything that's just Dungeon Master's Guide is fine. But if it says 2024, then I wonder if I can take those off. In game, Craig, or in real life?
Right.
Game time.
Game time. Spend a day because you're gonna have to go off on an epic adventure, so you want to make sure you're tooled up. So if there's any NPCs,
It's a long rest as well.
Yeah, have a long rest.
Will we get a new dawn? Will we see? Will it be a new day?
Yes, you can have your ram's ring stuff back.
Yes.
Thank you. Why did you tell me that?
Angela, I can see it fine. Do you want me to drag it on there for you?
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can only see the FBR version.
No, that's the last.
Gloves of Thievery, wasn't it?
I promise that I'll go straight to sleep after. Oh, Tommy's rumbling.
Yep. Added.
Thank you. Trying to find the last one now.
Yeah, so it's at the bottom.
Can you do the same with the ring as well, please? Because that's only giving me 20/20 forward.
Cool. You are not having much luck with this.
I'm really not.
And
I could only see the 2024 Gloves of Thievery on mine.
Ah, it's not just me.
Huh.
It's mostly you, darling.
That's weird.
I've got them both on mine.
Yeah, because it's just the from the normal Dungeon Master's Guide.
If I type in just the word glove, it gives me missile snaring, FBR 14, soul catching, CKM, swimming and climbing, both 14 and 24, thievery 24, and then living gloves from ERLW.
Yeah.
That's all it gives me if I type in the word glove.
Yeah, see, if I put in glove, I've got Gloves of Thievery, 3 basic rules, 24. Gloves of Thievery, Dungeon Master's Guide. Gloves of Missile Snaring, basic rules, and Dungeon Master's Guide. Swimming and climbing, basic rules, and swimming and climbing, 2020, basic rules.
Just to fuck things up even more,
Oh.
Boots of Elvenkind haven't added on any form of bonus.
Oh.
Should I take them off and try that one again as well?
Yeah, let me do that for you. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that's gone.
No.
Let me drag that across.
Just not been working for me.
Boots.
Bit of general housekeeping. With the 2,000 gold pieces everybody got, is anybody wanting to contribute anything to the gold, the party gold kitty that Balthor's been saving?
It's all
That
gone.
everyone's forgotten about?
Oh, of course.
I will contribute 38.
I could tell you how much we've currently got in there if you wish.
How much we got?
I currently have got 410 gold pieces in the party gold kitty.
Well, I've added 38. It was my shrapnel, so to speak. Is that okay?
Well, I don't believe I'm spending anything, so
I'm gonna add 250 gold pieces to the kitty from my pocket.
I'm going to add 251.
Nice.
Oh, you guys.
I'm going to give you 1,000 gold.
I'm going to give you 1,000 more.
And one silver piece.
Nobody's going to beat that.
There's one silver piece in there as well.
How much are you giving Graham? Serious? Are you putting any in? You don't have to, but
£1,000. I just said 1,000
Oh,
gold.
I thought I just okay.
Wow.
I'm not spending any money because there are no items that I want at the minute that I can think of.
I'm saving up for rare.
Alethea?
I'm sorry, what money?
You are one greedy bastard. Balance. It's all about give and take.
I gave, she's taken.
Well, we've got plenty of money in the pot now, guys.
Oh, good, I can borrow some.
You've got to put some in first.
Right. I am going to be on chat, but away from the computer for just a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
But I was
It works like an ISA, right? So whatever I put in, I get back more later.
It's there for if anybody does need it. Like it's
Bail money.
if we stay anywhere, if we get rent any ponies or anything or horses
Which I
again,
forgot.
we'll
Which
just
boring.
we'll just take it out of this, or it's there as an emergency fund.
It is.
It would be if I ever remember to put anything like that in this at all.
No point giving us horses. We forget about them and leave them in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere anyway.
And then they just die. Ugh.
No, they don't. They live on a farm.
Or they're like homing horses. They just find their way back home.
Oh,
If left unattended for longer than like 3 hours, they just piss off back to where they came from.
They are like Cambrian Roombas, but in horse form.
Or there's a bunch of horse forests that just scatter the land, and when you leave one unattended, it goes back to the local horse forest.
there is a criminal network of horse stealers, and every horse we've ever had is now being put to work by these criminal factions, and we're going to have to rescue them one day.
Oh.
Nah.
Okay.
Couldn't give a shit. Never named one.
What is going on with the sharing of stuff? Do you want me to move those across for you as well, Craig?
If you can see them, because
Yeah.
I mean, I can see one of them as a 2024 only,
Could it-
and the other one doesn't exist.
Could it be a compendium issue? Like with it being version 2, have we? Did you make sure the compendium was shared
Let
to this
me-
one?
Let me have a look.
Because obviously it was shared to the original Vanguard game. It's the only thing I can think of.
That is a good point. Let me exit and have a look.
The only reason I didn't suggest that is because it's the Dungeon Master's Guide stuff that's not
It's-
showing up. And don't we all have that
Yeah.
just as basic access?
Um,
So we should still be able to access our own Dungeon Master's Guide content,
Is that it?
regardless of what's being shared.
Is that in game settings? It is, isn't it? Content
Yeah.
sharing. Oh, no. Share my companion with players. It was on no.
Nah, don't do that.
Play shots. Okay.
Did I guess something right with technology?
I know, right? I am so proud I could cry. You might need to reload, everybody.
I will do that as soon as I'm back at the computer.
Good stuff.
Well, that should make life a bit easier for everyone.
Thank you, Tech Support Fairy. And Craig, if you are listening back to this one, I'm sure you've really found this riveting part of the session.
Skip.
Yeah.
Skip.
With joy. Skipping with joy is listening.
This video starts at 1:05.
I'll be
1 hour
honest.
and 5 minutes.
I got the last video. I did the 15 minutes in the chapel. That was it.
Yeah.
And then we retconned that, so I didn't actually need to watch that either.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got all the big parts of it.
Still not showing them all.
We still have no additional gloves.
Yeah.
Fuck my whole life. Right.
When you click yes, have you gone down and then click save?
No, probably not. Shut your owl. Shut your owl. No one's looking at anything. Let's have a look, shall we? Why would there be a separate thing right at the bottom?
It's so annoying. You've got to click yes, then scroll down to the
shit.
bottom of the list of content and click save.
Yeah,
I know this because when Craig was trying to create his character for my game, he was like, there are no options on here. I was like, well, there should be.
We're just playing as basic elves, dwarfs, and
There are 5 races and 1 background. You could be an acolyte and fucking like it.
Everybody takes the grappler feat.
Oh,
Oh, that would be so fun to actually do for a session. Basic only. Okay, now let's try, shall we?
Right, refresh.
Shut up. Definitely know what I'm doing.
Still only see one spell, but
Oh, what? Are they showing? Is anything showing?
nothing's
Nope.
showing, but it's
Still not
waving
there?
outside.
I definitely pressed
No,
that.
I've still got one instance of Gloves of Thievery.
What is going
Oh.
on?
I think this is their way of making you play the 2024 rules.
Yeah. We just
Right.
remove everything from the compendium. You have no choice.
And then set it on fire. That's the sheet. Okay. I don't. Dungeons Master's Guide, owned, shared. It's
I
all
mean,
green,
I'm presuming I want Tasha's shared.
which I know I've got as well.
Got my Tash.
Love a Tash.
Tash is called for everything. Yeah, it's green, shared.
I would presume that's where the Tasha spells are.
In the list of games that you're sharing to, there's Vanguard
And tacky.
to show up on that list.
Hang on. Right.
Well, that'd be a fun game. Can I get it in Tacky?
It should be shared because I. Right. I can try again.
I think you can share to like 6
6.
games.
Can you try again? It's not saving it. I'm clicking yes, and it's not saving it.
When you go down to the bit where it says save changes at the bottom of the list of content packs.
Oh, there's a second. There's a second
Yeah.
save changes, not the
Yeah,
one
there's a
right at the
second one.
bottom.
No, you can save changes. Then you've got to save changes to the game as well.
If it makes you feel better, Kat, all them spells are definitely in Tacky, so we can play it on there.
Because Roll20 loves to make things easy for us.
Gloves of Thievery, yeah. Dungeon Master's Guide, that's in there.
Is it working now?
We'll find out in just a moment.
I was going to say, I've got to go back into the right game now.
Arthur, stop playing with your sword.
Oh, please load now.
I'll go blind before I stop.
I mean, that can be arranged.
Oh, now
look
it's
at
loading
all
like a
those
bastard.
things.
Why are you doing this?
Yay, I've got everything. I now have all the versions of things.
I'm gonna lose my fucking
have got-
mind.
3 versions of Gloves of Swimming and Climbing.
Sweet. Sweet.
Quick, sell them.
One's breaststroke, one's front crawl, and one's backstroke.
Exactly.
Why has Graham gone green? You
'Cause
went
he got
green.
angry. He went all Bogwood on us.
Right.
I shouldn't be green.
You did for a minute, or maybe it was just I'm having some kind of hallucinations.
I
Am
saw
I
it
ill?
too.
Am I ill?
No, just the whole screen just went green. Just all of it. It's fine now. Awesome. Great. Back in the room. Is everybody happy with what they want? For Nepenthe, yeah. Rested, tooled up, kitted out, ready to go, and want to move on.
There's only one more bit of shopping I would like to do.
Of course.
And it's very basic. Balthor would just like to get some healing potions.
Yep, that's fine. What healing potions would you like?
What have they got in stock?
The Vanguard.
Normal
The Vanguard
and
will have a
greater.
stash of the normal potions that you can have. Some of the more advanced ones will probably be at either the apothecary, which was on fire, or the emporium.
I'm happy to take whatever you'll let me take and pay whatever the going rate is.
Yeah, that's that. I trust you.
Yep.
Can we say I shopped,
Mhm.
and if I think of something that I want, I'll message you.
Cool, because I don't want to deal with it now.
Don't afford something. Yeah, it's not the
Perfect.
current time for me to go browsing.
No, that's fine. Alithia, did you want to resolve the emporium stuff that we discussed?
Yeah, I'm happy for everyone to see how that goes.
Okay. I mean, I can't remember all of what we resolved because, again, it's been a fun day. So let's go back to the emporium. As you've all been resting and tooling up.
I caught up with Jocelyn as well while I was there and made sure everything was all good.
Okay, she was very grateful to see you and very appreciative of all your work to help them. So, Alithia, let's do your stuff here. And then, Angela, if you actually want to roleplay any stuff with Jocelyn, we can do that as well afterwards.
No, it's all good. It'd be a lot of high school screeching and whatnot. We don't need any of that on.
I need that.
Yes. Okay. Cool. We can.
Yes, please.
We can do some high school high guild jinx. No, we'll get chucked off. We'll get chucked off YouTube for that. So Alithia, you enter the emporium.
Wait, is this the day after? So I've already been in and had my initial offer.
Yes.
Changed.
Yes, because that's it. At the end of last session, you threw that curveball of Alithia actually haggling.
Yes.
Standing up for herself. You go,
Yes.
girlfriend. Get on that grind.
Hi, fellows. Hi, Euphema.
They're both standing and just watching you. There's almost like Siamese catness of them. That how they stand and they watch. A little bit predatory, but not in that kind of predatory way.
I need an adult.
No, not that kind of way. But yeah, they're ever watchful. Say hello, sweet thing. Welcome.
I thought about your the offer and the for these blueprints and ledgers yeah, I mean I've got these other potions and dusts and things that I've picked up along the way. I would just if you wanted to have just a direct swap of level for them, and then I would just be happy with the components I need to learn these spells.
You can have the components with our thanks. And in exchange for the ledgers, we have this rather exciting scroll that just screamed you, which was the level 5 spell Legend Lore.
Yeah, I'd be willing to take that and the components. That'd be very good, rather than any extra spells. That would be
Okay, so in return for what you've acquired for us, you're offering us the ledger, the blueprints, and your assorted trinkets.
Yeah.
And in return, I give you the level 5 spell.
And those other spells as well.
Oh, those other spells. Well, I mean, we could ask for gold for that, or would you be open to another offer?
I don't really have an awful lot of gold. I'm afraid I've spent it on.
Okay, how about this? We'll give you those other spells for a single drop of blood and a hair from your head.
My blood?
Yes, your blood. Just a small pinprick, darling. I promise it won't hurt.
Okay. What do you need that for?
That's not part of the deal.
I really want those spells, though.
And she already has the stuff immediately to hand. Small ornate dagger, a couple of little potion bottles.
Are we all in the...
No, you're all having drinks, aren't you? I mean, did anybody come with Alithia?
No one usually comes with Alithia.
No one usually comes
I
with
want to
Alithia.
say yes, but I wouldn't.
You're very
No.
selfish one. Look.
Okay. Yeah.
Wonderful. And she leans across and takes your hand in hers, and her hand is very warm. And she takes the dagger, and there's a tiny little pinprick on your finger.
Ow!
And she squeezes into a tiny little bottle and reaches across, ping, and just pulls one of your hairs, attaches it in a little pouch,
Ow.
and squirrels it away. Says, "Thank you for your services.
Was a bad idea. Yeah.
That's been very helpful. Lovely doing business with you."
Thank you.
And you have the things that we discussed. That's all. Do come back any time. We do restock regularly.
A pleasure.
And she's already gone.
Please, after the pinprick, please limp out of there, Alicia.
And you're down 8 HP for that.
I'm
She's
loving
a
this.
wizard. She's taken 1d4 damage. So.
Dead. Just dead.
And then I suppose if at that point, then, if that's when I've been given them scrolls, have I got 22 minutes to spare?
In game or in real life?
In game.
In game.
21.
Yeah.
21 minutes.
That's all the spells learned then.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Bogwood. I mean, Alithia, that's fine.
You agreed to it. You can't blame anybody but yourself.
I know, that's very true. And about so many other decisions in my
That
life.
is not true. I blame Graham 100% for Bogwood. And there was no argument there, so it means I win.
Fair cop, I'm sure.
It was fun watching Bogwood smash.
With that, Alithia would, once she's learnt her spells, go and find the rest of the group if moving on.
Yep. Is everybody happy to move on?
Yeah, I'm happy for us to say that we all meet up afterwards, the shopping, and we discuss the plan. And the plan is what we planned last week, shall we say? So we can skip all that.
Lovely. So I just need to sort. So you've gathered all your bits and bobs, and you choosing to use Remiel's offer to use the, well, whatever I called them, transportation bits and bobs.
Volkswagen 2.0.
And that's steps, that was it. That's what I called them.
5, 6, 7,
8. So you step on and you're going to Solaris Ray. Why is Hayes' token
Favorite place.
never quite right? What's your AC now, Hayes?
My AC is currently... It's not 15. So AC is now 19 because it was messed up wrong.
Yeah.
And I've got a +1 AC to an enhancement by Tom. So my
Cool.
AC is now 19.
You don't have that anymore.
Nope, so my AC is 18.
18.
Boo! Boo! Does that mean I lose my
Yep.
enhanced arcane focus?
Yeah.
But we're so close to level 10 when it was a +2.
Sucks to be you then.
Oh.
Okay, so you step on to the platforms, and however I decided the magic work, which I can't remember how.
Biggest bonkers. Time to rip the bonker. No.
Yeah, I like that. So you think of where it is you want to go. It takes you where you want to go, and you've used these steps before. It feels, I like the idea of like a Star Trek transporter. Kind of shimmer in, shimmer out, lovely and smooth, whatever effects you want per person, that's fine. This time, I don't know if you can ever have turbulence in a transporter, but this transportation feels chunky. You feel like you're part static. So as your atoms are being magically transported, you can actually feel it for the first time. There's a unnerving feeling about it. But you land, appear, materialise in the seat of power at Solaris Ray, where you have been before.
Hey, Balfour.
Hey.
Come on, you have to admit, these druids know how to decorate.
So, you have been here before, but it didn't look like this. So things have deteriorated further since the last time you saw it. Previously, it had almost the vibe of an art gallery, like a greenhouse. Now, the air is humid. There, you can almost hear the plants around you growing through the walls. You arrive on the steps, and the air is immediately hot. It's oppressive. There's the scent of too much nature in the air, and that's where you appear. What do you want to do?
Is it dark? Is it menacing?
Yeah. You can see there's lights that are coming through, so it's definitely dim. Think of it almost like a greenhouse if the greenhouse had been overgrown. So it's that kind of. It could be midday in a forest, but it's dark because of the overgrownness of it all. This is nature's reclaiming of a building in full flow. And if you want to roll a perception for me.
Can't see a problem.
That's why we roll a perception to see if we can see a problem.
Yeah.
Perception.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Craig.
Just waste them, why don't you?
Can't wait to miss anything in combat.
Oh, I only roll 20s.
Yeah, as you look around, Alithia, you can hear, you can feel something moving in the murk around you. There's a slithering, a slight wet squelching almost.
Guys, can anyone else hear that or see where that noise is coming from?
I rolled a 12. Do I hear it? Probably not.
No.
I rolled a
Well,
19.
not as well as anyone. Not as well as Alethea, who can hear us living.
Yes, she can hear your individual heartbeats.
She can hear our cells splitting.
Yes.
I don't hear anything, Alethea. Perhaps you could be more precise. What can you hear and where can you hear it from?
It's like a wet, moving, squelching, horrible sound. I don't like it.
Can I turn and look at David?
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Just checking.
How this is how tall is the room? I know you like to do numbers for height.
There are some big ass trees in here.
Okay.
So these top and bottom
bonsai trees,
oak trees, let's say. So these are. It's a number high,
Okay,
and it's
so
high.
It's gone like 20 foot high in the air, off the ground. To avoid sounds and whatever it is, and B, to maybe be able to have a better view. And Primal is going walkabout to see if he can see anything.
Okay, where's Prime gone?
Can you see him anymore?
No.
I was having an issue with his token.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Let me refresh.
It's somewhere. It was somewhere to the left, near like on a vine.
It was.
What's that? Sorry. On the left. I had my character sheet above it.
I still can't see it.
to the left.
I can't see anything.
No, can't see him.
It was there. I'm just gonna.
It was there. It is now gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Such
bring it
fun.
back.
I'm having trouble with my token. Also. Right, it's on the steps.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, I've got 2 primes.
Oh, great!
First and second edition.
Yeah. I've got one on the right and one on the left.
Oh, twins. Okay, so
Oh, and I want to cast Mage Armor as well because she's feeling quite a bit worried.
yeah, are you all staying where you are?
I can't see or hear it at the minute, but hearing Alethea's warnings, Balthor will.
And she's just gone, whoop!
Yeah. Balthor will put on his battle goggles.
Nice.
As if I'm off to do some welding.
Yeah, can't remember what they do. What they do again? Is it insight?
No, they allow me to see through anything apart from through wood. A bit like the guy
When you're
from
surrounded by trees.
Yes.
When Freddy Got Fingered. Has anyone seen that film?
A long time ago.
Yeah, a bit of insight, hunter's mark, stuff like that.
Cool. Okay, well, let's not dwell on it too much. The vines that are around you are moving. The kind of wet, squelchy, kind of almost eel-like behaviour of these huge thorned vines.
Are these types of plants that we're aware of in this world? Do we have knowledge of these sorts of plants?
I don't know, do you?
Natural, normal thing? That's what I'd like to check.
Let's do a roll. Survival or nature? Nature. Let's do a nature. We don't do those very often.
Can we all do one?
Of course you can.
Alethea
Alethea
is... Or the other, please.
Alethea is 20 feet up in the air. You can't tell. Alethea's like hiding behind her cloud going, "It's plants."
I got a 19.
Yeah, Hayes, you will have, these are kind of thorny vines that maybe you have a recollection from like deep forests and shady realms and dark corners. These are the kind of twisting brambles that are nowhere near usually this big, nor alive in this kind of way. They're plants, yes, but they don't move like this.
Okay.
Usually.
I'm going to pull out my sword just in case it feels like things may get confrontational.
Yeah.
Maybe some pruning needs doing.
Hayes would stealthily make her way down the steps, trying to avoid the plants as much as possible.
Give me a stealth. Well,
I was going to say, Hayes, don't go! but I better not.
You got a disadvantage stealth then.
Balthor didn't say it, no. He saw you tiptoeing and realised what was going on.
just reminding myself.
I mean, I guess we're basically just aiming to get out of this room is the main aim.
Yeah,
Yes.
guys, I think wasn't there a main room through to the next place? This was just the step. I don't remember there being much else in here.
True.
Perhaps you're right, yes. I tried to forget this place.
Ah, you love it really, Balthor.
I do not.
As Hayes stealthily nips by, the blind side of one of these vines realizes that something has moved and becomes kind of active. So this one at the top here starts almost thrashing around as it's perceived something nearby. But you're so stealthy, it doesn't know that it's you or that where you've gone, but it's aware that something has moved by.
Awesome.
We all try and copy Hayes and try to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah, you can all try and stealth by. If not, roll an initiative.
I'll just he'll ask the guys here. He's gonna fly above everything, so. Just say to the gents, are we trying to sneak? While that one there's making all that noise with them fireworks going off.
I mean, I could try and sneak. Not very good at it, but I could pretend to sneak.
Can you perform to sneak? No, you're going to have to try sneaking or not.
Oh, I'll do it. That's where I was going with it.
I mean, I'm happy to try, and if we fail, then we fight.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'll go last.
Cool.
Quick question. As I look around and we get off this step, does Tom look any different with the changes?
What changes?
Went through changes.
Well, sorry, yes. Let's go.
Olivia feels weaker.
It's one drop of blood. Alithia, don't be a pussy. Right.
Let's try sneaking.
Oh,
I have disadvantage because I'm wearing heavy
Are
armor.
you wearing heavy armor?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it automatically applied it.
It didn't then, so
Yeah.
I rolled and a 15, which, I mean, it's not a nat 20, but
It's not.
it could have been worse.
Could have been better. Anybody else want to try?
You're right, it could have been better. Let's
It
just burn an inspiration and just roll one extra dice.
Which is what you needed. So, yeah, that's the
Do you
DC to
require-
beat.
Require me to roll a stealth.
Going well, Tom. And assume, Alicia, you're gonna. Well, that's great. You're gonna just keep 20 foot up and just like skim the outside of the building, just like sliding down it to avoid anything in the middle.
I mean, I don't know if things can reach me or if they notice me. I mean, I could be the noisiest person there still.
Just like
What do you mean, like? You mean like causing a distraction
No,
at the highest point in it?
Nothing but
just air, baby. So yeah, Tom, David, roll me initiative.
Craig's cheating. I'm not playing.
Cool. Tom, do you want to go first then?
Sure. What am I attacking?
There's a
This
vine.
thing here.
This vine.
This thing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, because we've moved, we'll actually have to move a little bit.
Oh, I can't move my
yeah,
character
yeah.
sheet.
I took one very clunky step.
I can't move my token. Do you want me to put my own on there?
Yeah.
Do you want to delete that one?
Yep.
Fireball.
Just bear in mind that these guys are going off movement, so when the others hear you, they're all going to come alive. Cannon's going to go boom.
I had a plan.
Ooh.
What cannon? I don't have a cannon anymore.
More of a pea shooter.
What did I miss? You don't have a cannon?
Not anymore.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
1, 2.
Mysterious. Okay.
I'm going to run up to it.
Yep.
And then I am
Arm blade it.
Well, most definitely. As soon as the
Decent tough.
play. Let me open my freaking character sheet.
Computer now.
Computer says I have.
I found a new red wine that is absolutely delicious.
Ooh.
That is a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Bye. Why is it not working like it's supposed to?
Just
I don't know, it must have got jammed, the old arm blade. Oh, sorry, you mean your character sheet.
Yeah, it didn't add what it was supposed to add, which was... That's 15.
Cool.
I imagine most people will be quite surprised to see Tom's arm blade glowing with a big bright white light as he divinely smites the vine thing instead.
Ooh.
To explain what I mean, I've reclassed. I'm not an artificer anymore. That's why you both lost your perks. I'm a paladin now.
Okay.
I got bored of playing an artificer, and Kat was gracious enough to let me respec into a paladin via means of Remiel.
Yeah.
So I got to keep the character but change the class. So I'm now not a multi-classed artificer fighter. I'm just a paladin.
Oh, nice.
It's fun first.
I was bored of being an artificer. I wasn't having fun with Tom anymore.
And for the group as well, I made Graham pinky fucking swear not to bog-rod it. Exact
You
words.
made him a paladin. That's like the class to Bogrod.
I know, right?
I've
Rose is
I've
written
lost
as broken.
7 HP. I'm now 7 HP lower than I was before. But I have an extra 20 feet of movement speed.
I trust you all implicitly.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Am I going to do anything about it? Nah. Okay, so.
Extra attack. I'm just going to roll it as the longsword and hope that automatically applies the divine smite, because I don't think it's picking it up with the arm blade. Another 17.
That'll hit.
There we go. Now it's rolling it. It won't roll it on the arm blade for some reason.
Amazing.
So that's 22. So 15 and 22, 37.
That's more than enough. So can you talk through what it's like now for Tom? So everyone's so used to kind of like arm blade, disadvantage cannon, close range shot. So now what does it look like when Tom fights with his arm blade? How does the divine light shine? Does Tom react to it? Is his behaviour any different? Paint me a picture, baby.
Behaviour-wise, I don't think he'd act any differently. Combat-wise, he'll be much more likely to just rush straight in. He now fights with a shield and sword rather than a crossbow and a cannon. And in my head, the way it looks is that sort of not quite like a lightsaber, but obviously I'll roll it as a longsword, but it's his arm blade, so it pops out of him, glows like almost white in sort of radiant white yellow light when he's swinging it, if he's divine smiting. Otherwise, it's just his usual arm blade, so it wouldn't look any different to normal.
Are you going to make the noise every time then?
No.
Good.
No, probably not.
Amazing. So you slice through this vine in a couple of good size whacks, and the one end of it kind of flops around and dies, and the other flails around, but far enough away from you to not cause any further damage. So that one is neutralized. Anything else that you would like to do?
No.
Cool. Balthar, I saw you rolled into the initiative. You are.
I'm happy to, because David rolled before me, so because I saw Tom engaging, I'm rolling to join if there was a second round.
Okay, so we'll go to David.
To back my boys up, yeah.
Oui.
So you've seen Tom obliterate one of these vines. Not too difficult. But shiny as hell.
Shiny.
And I suppose for Balthar and David to be seeing it, they probably recognise it as power given by Remiel, since they're both big Remiel fanboys.
Oh yeah, big Remiel fanboy. It's not made the commitment yet.
Yeah, Tom in his private chat with Remiel swore his own private oath, and
I was moved to tears. Yeah. It was beautiful. It was.
I won't lie. I stole the idea from the Viva La Dirt League guys, because Alan was playing an artificer in their NPC D&D campaign and also got bored of it and became a cleric.
Yeah.
Hard class to deal with.
By means of a fey god, rather than.
I said fun comes first, so I'm fine with it.
But David's going to see that and just go, I should be able to run that. And dashes.
Cool. So you're going to try and run past it?
15, 20. I'm going to try.
Okay. Well, to be fair, the way I've drawn it, this one is a lot further over here, and it was going to kind of come round and smash.
Whatever
so
it works.
That's fine. So Balthar, would you have come forward like that, because it's the vines go next and it would thrash around?
Well, I moved before Tom attacked, because I did the stealth and moved. So if I've seen Tom attacking, see the lights and that, I will stop and at least turn and be looking towards Tom, I would say at the moment.
You've seen Tom slice this thing, and then you've seen David run at full pelt past the other one. So you've not technically joined the initiative yet. So you are free and clear if you want to not move, or if you want to attack this thing, you can do.
No, Balthar is not just going to attack for the sake of attacking. As I said in the text, new class, new Balthar.
Yeah.
So he's going to try and be a little bit less easy to rise to anger.
Cool. I mean, this thing is going to flail around.
That if it's at me, then it'll hit.
It'll catch you.
Is that from this one down here?
This one down here, yeah. It's this whole arm of it would just move around. I would.
How much damage is that? Sorry.
6.
Yeah.
Well, should we just
bludgeoning.
round that down to 3? And a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
So let's say this is cool. You'll go.
Alethea, can I borrow your dice?
You'll go.
Well, I guess. Am I able to move? It pulled me closer, so it's not like currently.
It's not. You're not
wrapped
grappled.
around, is it?
No.
Yeah, it's attacked me, so I will move towards it. Yell to my comrades, "Flee this place! I will catch you up." And I'll just have a little bit of a scrap. I will attack it with stone cutter, please.
Of course. That hits.
For 11 slashing damage.
Oh, that's a mighty big hit.
How's it looking after one?
Yeah, not great.
I will hit it again. And then, because why the heck not?
No, wrong game.
I'm going to use
Yep.
a position attack to roll and a D8 and add it to the attack.
Of course. Which is exactly what you needed.
Oof.
Yep, these things aren't.
So another 11 damage.
I am being haunted by 11s.
Let me just roll another one.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
fine.
rolling 11s on time. Yes, so 22 points of damage. If it drops, I only use 5 feet of movement to get to it. So if I'll just use my movement to get back here after slicing that one, pruning it, as I said before.
Yes. So they kind of... There's almost a sound like shrieking, the creaking noise of plants kind of shrieking as they retreat. And are you moving forward to the next room?
Oh, I fleed, like Balfour said. I fleed, like Balfour said.
Yes. He's gone.
Just take your nat 20s with you, Alethea.
Oh, I just realised in all of my faffing around today, I didn't create a specific token. That's annoying. Let me find something else.
Monty Python intermission screen.
Looks like Cassie, but it's not. Okay, so you enter this space. Again, feel free to put other tokens on if you wish. And this was the other room that you saw before. Again, this is the same level as before, the same kind of humidity as before. This is not a pleasant place to be. It is overly warm, and the smell in here is not so much of greenery, but also the overpowering smell of flowers undercut with a slight stench of rot. Hello?
Did you say it's like a greenhouse?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't.
So imagine as well that like a compost heap. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if we're rolling con saves, let's have fun.
Assumed we were, if somebody did.
You were destined to have a bad one because you gip every time I gip.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to pop up going, you call.
Oh, God, if Alethea rolls another nat 20.
Where is he?
You won't get an extra +4 to saving throws if you're within 10 feet of me, by the way.
I don't do that one.
But it's still a nat, regardless of how much you add on to it, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
but
Hayes.
you don't crit fail on a saving throw.
True.
What are you doing, Hayes?
I'm going to pull out some rags from my bag and tie it round my nose with. I've got a candle in my bag, so I'm going to put that in it as well and like try and get the scent of the candle. Not lit, obviously. with some rags and make myself my own little mask.
I mean, I don't technically need to smell. I don't need to inhale.
And
You
the
don't
reader
need
is
to.
a man of the flowers.
You don't need to smell, but Kelly says otherwise.
Haha.
Did my mask work? Maybe I think my mask worked.
Yes. Your metal, Tom?
Part wood, part metal.
Yeah. So there's a kind of you feel like a sweaty sensation as well, like condensation, like dampness doesn't go well with machinery. So it doesn't feel comfortable for you either, even if you can't smell what this room is cooking, then you can definitely feel it.
Doesn't smell like cow shit in here. But it feels
Yeah, it feels like
Damp.
it does smell like it.
horrible.
Yeah. It's
It
grim.
feels like the smell of cow shit.
Yes, very much so. Hello.
After feeling very ill with the smell and the temperature in here, can Balfour use one charge of his Ring of the Ram to shatter some of the glass in the greenhouse to let fresh air in?
Yeah, of course you can.
So I can expend one of the Ring's charges as an action to try and break an object I can see within 60 feet.
Yeah, there'll be
I'm
glass
gonna break
around
one of
here.
the planes of glass. That isn't being water carried.
Where are you breaking it?
Strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge. I'm happy to break it sort of if it's like
Right next to him.
cylindrical like that. I'm not going to break it above us so it'll be
Oh,
falling
that's a
onto us.
shame. That's a shame.
I'm
Damn
just going to
it.
break it next to me just to allow some fresh air, especially as I'm feeling ill.
Mhm.
Next to me would be the best place for it to be.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. And there's a moment of fresh air. And then it's almost like you can see vines twisting over the building outside. This building is being overtaken. It's almost becoming a living thing in itself. Not quite crushed under the weight of everything that's growing through it, on it, under it, and around it, but it's getting there. But for brief respite.
Just get a few breaths of fresh air.
Yes.
Alethea, can Primal Edition see anything?
So send Prime off into the distance.
Okay. So in the other end of this throne room that you saw before, there is a huge, monstrous plant. Again, these tentacles writhing, breaking through the walls, and in its centre, cradled in the centre of this flower, kind of thing, is the throne room before, and sat on it is a girl.
Do we know who this girl is?
If you want to roll me a insight, history.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, I'm taking by Craig's expression. Do you know who this is?
I'm hoping that roll I do.
I mean, yes. Okay. I mean, how could it not be? Yeah, Alethea knows who this is. Just
course she does.
I'll roll,
Yeah.
but Balfour don't even know who he fucking is with the way I roll. Oh,
Ooh, actually, Balthor, you might have an insight into this.
wow.
Craig, do you know who this is? Do you want to do the honours?
I don't recognise the token.
No, you won't do because it's Cassie. Because I didn't prepare one because I forgot that bit. It would be a young woman, long black hair, crown of flowers.
Nature God.
Well, if it's the nature god, then I would guess that would be something like.
Well, if you want me to
no,
jog your memory, it's not the goddess herself.
No, it'll be. Kimra?
Not quite.
The name.
Calantha.
Galantha,
She is the
Council leader.
house leader. Yep.
Yes.
And she is sat head down on this throne in this plant, in this flower.
Have we met this person before?
I have it on my list.
Maybe.
I've got a name here. I've got a name on my list. It just says. Oh no, that's at a different place. Sorry, you're right.
You've been through here before, and I think Balthor was pissed at the hippies, but I don't know
Yeah,
whether you
I
actually
fucking hated
spoke to.
Is this the place we were where he weed on a statue?
No.
No.
I think we swiftly moved on. I don't think we actually spoke to anyone. The only people we spoke to was the Volkswagens outside.
Yes.
Yes.
Alpha was very upset at the hippies.
There is
hippies
no
and
one
their rock and
else.
roll.
There's no one else around. Just this figure on the throne. With your history checks, I will fill you in on the details. So this is Calantha. She is the head of the house for Solaris Rays. So in all intents and purposes, the head druid, the head hippie. Balthor would have known of her because she is like Alaric's contemporary. She is the one who would have attended council meetings on behalf of this goddess. In this particular form, she doesn't seem to have noticed you. Doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Guys, there's a giant plant over there, and I think it's the head of the Fawn Song's house on a throne inside the pit.
These hippies never get any better.
Whoa, Balthor, I'm going to stop you right there. She is a fine woman.
I do have a picture of her somewhere.
You probably said that about a tree outside, David. I don't trust your taste.
Balthor, I don't even trust my taste at times.
Finally, something we agree on.
But she has many hoofs. And she's powerful.
Yeah, so what do you want to do? Floor's yours, guys.
Do we try and talk to her?
No, we're just going to walk out yet. Sorry, that's David coming out.
We often shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Out the corner of your eye, you see Tom reaching for a cannon that's just not there anymore and then looking a little bit sad.
Oh.
It's okay. As an older man, Tom, we all have performance issues from time to time.
Speak for
He
yourself.
punches Balthor in the face. Performance issue, that.
I think this is the time where we need to start.
Hit me in the
asking questions first. Maybe.
I agree. And as you find her so beautiful, can I perhaps suggest, with the gift of the tongue as you have, David, as you tell us
That's what she
constantly,
said.
you maybe take the lead on the conversation?
I'll try to, but no guarantees it'll work. Who am I kidding? No one can resist me.
I can.
I love you. My heart. My heart.
Have inspiration for that, Craig, if you haven't already got it. That was fucking hilarious. Oh, man. See, I would be terrible at this giving inspiration once only per session because you guys crack me up on the regular. I am
I'm
not
gonna-
consistent at all, but...
I'm changing it on mine, so
Yeah.
I will give inspirations, but it's got to be for in character reasons, not just jokes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And
like
that's
that.
what I'm going to do. Even if it's in character jokes, if your character does something funny, but Anyway, come on, let's
Yes.
go, David.
But
Lead
is
the way.
David about to go and try and sweet talk this person?
Yes, the bard is gonna
Yeah.
go across and use his
bard
charisma
stuff.
to try and talk us out of a fight.
The bard is
Oh,
going to try
I
and
cast
bard.
enhance ability. I cast enhance ability and give him advantage on charisma checks for
Amazing.
the next hour.
Love it.
Not even Alistair can cock this up.
Wow.
Uh, and I pat him on the back and say, "Go get him, Tiger," because I can do nothing to help.
So as you approach her, she looks up at you. Her skin is pale and waxy looking. Her hair is black and slick. She wears a crown of flowers on her head of nightshade and primroses and ivy and holly, sharp and smooth, deadly and beautiful at the same time. And she regards you with dark eyes.
And as I notice all that, I'll just ignore it completely. And just arms out wide, like, Calantha! What's happened here?
Now, this is a meta note from Kat. I have tried so hard to try and get my computer to do vocal effects. I would love now to switch on a vocal effect, but I cannot get this bloody thing to work with Messenger. It won't have it. So as she talks, I would have had an echo and a delay. So it sounds like there are 2-3 people talking at the same time. It's unnerving. It's all her voice, but it's almost like she is not one person. So you'll have to imagine it, because I can't get this fucking thing to do it.
So she's saying hi, she's like, hi.
Hi, hi. Yeah, kind of. There's a slight
Hi.
delay, a slight echo, yeah.
Echo. Yeah.
So what? Sorry, I had a little rant there. Remind me what you said again.
I just went, Calantha! Arms out wide, just nonchalant, walking out, full of confidence.
How?
And like looking around and going, what's all happened here? It's beautiful.
How close are you walking? Are you getting close to this plant?
Oh, I am exactly where I'm standing.
Okay, that's fine.
Currently.
You're shouting it 40 feet across a room.
Yes.
Do you want to give me like a charisma roll for confidence and performance?
Ah, you said performance, that's fine.
Yeah, performance is fine. 27, 25, beautiful.
Yeah, with advantage. Because you needed it.
So she acknowledges you and says, I know far more than what stirs beyond the sights of mortals. I am Calantha, I'm not Calantha, I am Calantha. What are you doing here?
We're traveling the world, being the greatest band we can be.
That does
I
not
became
concern
disagreeable.
us. That does not concern us.
What would concern us?
What is your business here? You do not belong here. This is my realm. This is our realm.
He's just going to look at Tom and Baltham and go, she doesn't seem right in the head, guys.
Can I read her mind?
Yes.
I'm obviously going to be down there with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just can't get my thing. Oh, there we go. Got it.
Oh, that's a lot of things.
God.
I can get to read a surface thought.
Mhm.
Every time she's asked a question, it affects what the surface thoughts are.
Mhm.
I can use an action to delve deeper. I can attempt to probe deeper into the creature's mind. If we probe deeper, they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So,
So just a surface thought, like
Mhm.
obviously it's going to mainly be like, why are they here and stuff, but I just figure it might give a bit more.
Okay, your surface thoughts, as you creep closer, and again you observe this behaviour of hers, you brush against her mind, and for a moment you're reminded of that moment in the spire when you touched the mind, and the mind touched you of that Alip Nesrin, that huge monster that you stood in the way of and absorbed all of its madness.
Yeah.
There's a flavour of that here. You can feel the surface thoughts of the mortal that sits before you, but there is more than just this mortal here. She is the mortal host, mortal avatar, container, host of something bigger.
Okay.
Are we looking at like a possession, or is she cursed, or bewitched, or?
Uh-oh.
I mean, Hayes, do you want to delve deeper?
Yeah, while David's asking a question and stuff, I'll try to delve a little bit deeper.
Okay.
But do it while he's actually while he was asking the questions, and delve deeper then.
Yep, we can do that.
I mean, if Balthor heard her say what she replied to David last, then I'll maybe try to whisper towards David and just be like, "Tell her Remiel sent us."
We're here on the behest of Remiel, Calantha.
Speak not her name. She's not welcome. This is my realm, our realm, my realm. This is mine. It belongs to me.
Only by the grace of Remiel, and you should know that.
Remiel holds no power over us, over me. The Balance Keeper's absence has unleashed forces that hunger, forces that will not be quelled.
We beg to differ on that point, I'm afraid, Calantha.
She sees your intent. I see your intent. What are you doing in my house, our house?
Like I said, we're here because Remiel has sent us to try and fix the world as we see it.
The world needs no fixing. I am here to fix it. We are here to fix it. I am the raging storm and the balmy breezes, the sprouting and the decomposing. I am the endless cycle. We are the cycle. Together, across eras, we will reclaim what was ours. You must become as I am if you stay.
Can I walk up and try and physically push David out of the way?
Yeah. Is he going to contest it? You can do a bit of a roll if you want to.
Being the WWE superstar that David wants to be, he will completely sell this push to the best of his ability.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, totally sold it there, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, sold it.
Oh, you too. Everybody believes what's gone on, including both of you. Yeah. Somehow between the two of you.
Are you okay?
I'm just going to push him out of the way. I'm going to get down on my knees in front of this thing, and I'm just going to sit there and go, how can we assist you?
Her and Tom are just at the side going, "You fell over, you fell over."
I sold that well that everyone's just missed what Hayes has said to her. That's how well I have sold.
Are you asking and probing further into her mind?
Yes.
Okay, so do I roll to contend it?
You roll a wisdom. I know I've probably fucked myself with it, but you roll a wisdom.
I'm not going to roll. I don't want to put this behind a roll. So,
Okay.
what is it you're asking her?
At the moment, I'm asking her, how can we serve her? What does she want? How can we serve her?
In response,
But I'm down on my knees as if
Yeah.
I'm like, not worshipping her, but I'm on my knees like respectfully.
in response, what she says and what you feel are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So, her voice is, you have no role here. I require nothing. We require nothing for you. This is our realm, our area. You are here by my grace. We have power you cannot comprehend. I commune with the eternal. We are the eternal. And what you hear, what you feel in your head is chaos and pain and no control and kind of screaming, kind of torment that's going on in two voices in her head.
Right, so with that, I'm going to stand up and say, well then, we'll be out of your way, and I'm going to nudge David and be like, come on, quick, this way, come here, I need to talk to you. And try and like edge him to come and try and gather everybody just out of sight, out of hearing distance.
Sorry, Calantha, Dad huddle.
I'm going to sit there. I'm just going to basically repeat it to them.
Yeah.
What I feel when I speak to her. That something's going on. She's not in control of her own thoughts.
And now that she knows that you're here, like there's an audience, as you're talking, she is again going through this spiel over and over again, asserting her will over everything. This is her realm. You have come into her house. That it's like a mantra that's coming out of her mouth.
Yeah, I'll repeat it to everybody. I'm assuming we'll be somewhere like just out of earshot or whatever. Have everybody together.
I mean, Balthor's not going to be much use at the minute because he is really, really, really holding back the urge just to run up and try and stab her in the face.
I think
I
knocking
assume
her
you're
out
going to
might
throw up, to
be,
be honest.
Pardon?
knocking her out might be beneficial, but not killing her.
I mean, do you want to give me a perception?
Who?
Anyone. Go on, Hayes, give me a perception.
Yeah.
12.
I have an inspiration. Let's see if that makes it any better. No.
No.
Never mind. It's not perceptive. My passive is 17, if that counts.
Oh, yeah, if your passive is 17, fuck's sake, use that. So, what you can see on her face is the same kind of duality. There's a paleness to her. You can perceive that she is outwardly calm but inwardly screaming is the best way to describe it.
Just because we need to help her, but how? We need to get her away from that flower.
Can Tom just go, I'll try something, and then just walk straight up to her and put his hand on her and cast remove curse and see if that does anything? It's worth a shot.
Yeah.
It
Not that we've ever used that spell yet.
It's a shame
Didn't have it till today.
she's not cursed.
Ah, well.
It was a lovely thought.
Worth a try, wasn't it? It was worth a try.
Can I try something?
Can you try and just pick her up and bring her off the flower?
I mean, I presumably could just try and restrain her. Hang on, let me see if I've got anything useful.
Balthor, Scott, you said you were...
Balthor was going to suggest He would reach into the bag of holding and pull out his rope with the grappling hook on the other end of it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I might be able to remove her from that throne.
Does she
Jesus.
react in any way when I put my hand on her?
That's one way
Ooh,
to phrase it.
behave.
Yes. Can you give me a strength check? Strength something, save, whatever.
It's a straight strength or a strength save?
What she's going to attempt to do is psychically, physically, thunder wavy kind of thing, push you away. So
Sounds like a save.
yeah, give me a save against that of a big psychic push.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm going to say you're scooched a little bit, but you're not completely blasted away as before.
Can I use my Paladin's Divine Sense?
Mm-hmm.
So is it I'll just do that. It's easier.
Oh yeah, okay, this is interesting. Those two terms are odd in my campaign. The concept of evil and heavenly good.
You get
But-
because they're both, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean
As
it's
such.
yeah, and let's go by the title of it. You sense the divine here.
So she's under the influence of some god,
Yes.
some type or another.
You know the location, blah blah, fiend, dead, type, celestial. Yeah, there is the presence of a god within this woman.
Cool. I will relay that to the team.
Ooh.
Say she's being possessed by a god.
I mean, when Balthor hears that, as you can see, I will also use Divine Sense just to because he will double check. He wants to double check Balthor's working out, if that's okay.
Yes. You can
But,
you can feel that they're the same way that
I concur. She is indeed possessed by a god.
what? Why didn't I just concur?
Guys, I think I've just figured something out.
Yes, you are a boy, David.
No. We're hearing more than one voice in her, aren't we?
Okay.
And I remember from many moons ago some lore
Okay.
that says that when Zelatoth might reach out to someone, it might drive them insane. Do you think that's
Okay.
what's happening here? And that that her presence does cause potentially plants to die.
I mean, I don't know about you, David, but the plants around here seem pretty fucking alive to me.
I'll put my head up like a little bit.
Do you not smell that stench, though? Do you not smell that stench? Oh, of course you don't smell anything, Tom. You're a robot.
What god did
Half metal, half man.
Sorry, Angela, say again.
what god did he say?
Zelatoth.
Zelitoth.
Zelatoth.
But I'll put my head up like a little meerkat, look at her and go, Zelitoth? To perk any interest from her?
To who? To Calantha?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'll
She
look her
turns
down,
towards you.
maybe you have a point.
I was right.
I'll go back up and go, do you need anything of us? Do you require a new host?
I require nothing of you. Why have you entered our domain, my domain? I am.
You are what you are.
I am nature.
That you are.
I am growth and decay. I require nothing from you.
Now have a nice day.
Yes. Damn it, you got me, girlfriend. No.
Okay, we shall be on our way. Is this a downward stairs?
Yes, I will say that there is one slight thing maybe that you haven't that none of you have asked, or none of you have answered.
What are we doing here?
Zelotov. Uh, my parents were great worshippers of yours. Would you hear me for a moment? We've been instructed by Remiel to bring balance as part of her Vanguard, and I know that with all your wonderful growth comes devastating decay. And we're here to help you come to your rightful balance.
I require no balance.
But you do look around at what's happened to your wonderful city and temple and your wonderful worshipper. We're here to help.
Roll me a persuasion.
Can't see a problem. Yes.
Oh, -1.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
I mean, Balthor is tempted just to shout out, "We challenge you!
I like that.
If you are all powerful, prove it to us."
You get two reactions from the same person at the same time. Alithia, when you impeach to her for help, that you want to help, that you're a follower, that you want to retain balance, you can almost see Calantha's response of there's a longing in her eyes, a want for peace, a want for balance. But Balthor, when you issue the challenge, the goddess within flares in objection almost to your impudence for daring to raise a challenge. You dare to challenge? You come
You're
into
not the
my
first
house,
guy.
our house.
You're not the first god I have met. You will not be the last god I meet. I do not fear you. I challenge you.
A challenge? What do you seek?
I challenge your thought process. I challenge your mind. You are not thinking straight. I would prove to you that everything you are doing now is wrong.
The wind does not think. A tornado doesn't think. Summer breezes do not think.
True, but you are a god. You should think.
Alpha doesn't think.
There's a moment of clarity, and Calantha will reach out to try and gain control and implore you. You are needed here. Help me, help us, help me. And the goddess will speak. You seek my help? You seek to challenge me in my house? Prove yourself.
How would we do that for you?
Chop off the plant's legs.
The stairs behind you will light up. Prove to me that you are worth holding back nature for. Prove to me that you can be as gentle as the summer rain and as furious as the driving hail. Confront your own nature. See beyond sight. Prove to me.
Can I delve deeper into her mind while she's saying that to
Yeah.
see what her inner thoughts are about us doing this trial?
Yep. They're both out of control and both want help.
Sweet. Guys, go ahead. Maybe somebody should just stay up here and keep an eye on things.
You're coming with us, Hayes.
Nah, she'll be fine. Believe me, she'll be fine.
It's dark.
Hey, we have to do this as a team. Let's go. And if I can whisper to Tom, as Tom stood next to me, I'm just going to whisper, be like, Tom, don't let me fall as I walk down the stairs. And then as we walk, Balthor is not going to break eye contact with another god as he walks away.
Balthor, God Killer.
Yes.
Death. How did Balthor die? He got killed by 3 gods. Tell that story, David. It's a heck of a story to tell.
Amazing.
I will if I survive.
I would like to go down the stairs last, very stealthily on each step.
Okay.
I will only look away once Hayes stands between me and the goddess then.
I think me coming down the stairs would block your view from her.
Oh, I was planning on going last, but if Hayes wants to go last, I'm holding that gaze for as long as possible because
Your
I'm a
gaze.
glutton for
You're holding the gaze.
Yes,
You
I've got
can
Tom
have
in
it.
one hand and David in the other.
Lovely.
I get my boys.
Lovely.
My boys, we're a party, we're a team.
Tom went first.
Can I feel her appearance? It might come in useful.
Yeah.
I will change to it now whilst David's staring. I'll stand in between the gaze of Balfour, stand in between and then change to look like her and then step away, see if his gaze follows to the steps.
I mean, I want to say, and it's up to Kat if she wants to roll, we've seen Hayes change appearance to people we've met quite frequently, so...
I'd be doing it right in front of your gaze, deliberately, because you're just staring at her.
Yeah, you
I mean, she's still sat on the chair where she was sat before.
So I'll see it. I'll try and keep eye contact with the real god, but you will see Balthor smirk a little bit. It'll break the tension in Balthor's face just a little bit.
I mean, it
That's
does
what
feel like Hayes doing it for a bit.
That's all I wanted. Right, we're
They'll
going
smile.
downstairs, guys.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going downstairs. Crump, 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 crump.
Okay.
Oh, why's my camera off?
Oh, pretty.
So this is what you see. And now we have 3 choices.
We have 2 Balfours.
Hang on a minute.
What's so beautiful?
Is there any difference between the 3 choices that we can perceive?
Yep. Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, there's one up there, one over there, and one down there.
What, where, when, why?
Thank you, Tom. As
What's
always,
super
your
helpful.
insight is ingenious.
I know, super helpful.
Sometimes pointing out the obvious is not a bad thing, though.
Okay, so you have 3 choices before you, 3 portals. And let's say, again, I ran out of time, they are lit up with a single word over each one. And I'm going to forget which one I've said is what, aren't I? So bear with me a moment. Okay, so I will make sure there is lettering next time. But this one here, if everyone can see that, so
Yep.
top left,
Top left, yes.
in pretty glowing letters over it, it says mind.
Body and soul.
Yes. This
Oh.
one here says body,
I
I
was
know
gonna say,
what I was
mind
doing.
your business.
and the one at the bottom is soul. Have some more inspiration, Angela.
Oh, thank you.
Upright was body, yes.
Yeah, mind, body, soul. Oh, thank you.
As her mind seemed broken, do you think maybe we need to fix the mind?
Now,
Or is it
full meta here. You have a choice of whatever you want to do, and I am not going to point you towards one or the other. We have 3 choices. 1 is pretty much realised. 2 is mostly realised. And one of them I haven't started building yet.
Which
I'm
one's
gonna
fully
pick that one.
real?
I'm not railroading you. I'm not
Oh.
going to railroad you.
Guys, to fix the mind, you have to fix the body. To fix the body, you have to fix the soul.
To fix the soul, you have to fix the mind.
and
And
the
also-
knee bone is connected to the leg bone?
And
Yes,
also,
we can all
as,
make silly jokes and silly songs, but we need to pick something.
and as meta, you will be doing all of them. So it just depends in what order you wish to do them.
Do we make this easy and just vote?
Tom looks like he's made
Yeah,
a
you are
decision.
not splitting the party on this. Fuck you. You are not splitting the
You just out
party.
the corner of your eye, you just see Tom go. So you just walk around and just go. Just
Stand by
leads
the door.
himself through a portal.
Yeah. These portals won't activate until you all go through the same one.
Yeah, okay. I can't just. We can't split the party, and I'll just yeet myself through a random
No,
portal.
because I
No,
would
it's like-
fucking yeet myself out of a window.
It's like
Oh.
Tom. Do you know in games you get like that tether when you go too far away from your
Yeah.
partner?
Yeah. Sorry, Angela was saying something?
So if everybody just goes to the door that they want to go through.
That's a good way to vote if you want to, or you can discuss it in character, out of character, whatever you wish.
I'm torn between mind and soul.
The mind is really messed up. I think we need to have an idea of what we're letting ourselves in for. Alright, otherwise when we go in there we could end up like her. I think we
Yes.
need to be a little bit
I
more
think
prepared
Kat's a
for
very
that.
methodical thinker, and she went left to right to bottom when she was designing these, and Soul is the least developed one of the lot. So.
Nope. There is no, because I just it sounded good, mind, body, and soul saying it in that way, because saying it's another order is wrong. But it doesn't mean that's how I've designed them.
I
That
actually,
just strikes me as the sort of thing that you would do. That's the way the expression works. So you would go clinically, mind, then body, then soul.
But no,
That's not correct.
no.
Alicia?
I actually like Hayes's logic of thinking there that if the mind is the worst affected, maybe we should try to make it easier to repair it by fixing the other areas first. I think that's a really sensible thing to do.
Don't tell people I'm not sensible.
Okay, don't believe her.
If we have to do all trials, surely if we go to the hardest one when we feel at our strongest, we may be weaker after we finish in one, and it may be harder to do the next.
I like Balfour's logic. It's
God. God.
Oh, where are you?
Who
Right,
says
okay.
it's
Come with us, Alethea. Is it me and Tom on one side, David and Thingy? It's like, who do you like best, Alethea?
Yeah, we're both up at mind, and they're both down at soul.
Come on, Alethea.
I just think we need to know what we're letting ourselves in for and be more prepared so that we don't end up the way she is up there.
And let's be honest, we don't know which one's going to be the most difficult to fix, do we?
No,
We might
I
be taking-
agree, but we know.
Good point, David. You're arguing our point. Who says we need to let ourselves in for what we don't need to know what we're letting ourselves in for? This
come
one
on,
might be
David.
easy. Let's go to this one.
We need to make a decision and fast. I mean, I
Yeah,
am torn.
come on, make a decision.
I am torn between mind and soul. So if
So if we just go body.
Please
None
do
of us are
not
gonna
go
budge.
body.
None of us are going to budge. None of us are going to budge on what we want. Cat says don't go body because that's the one she's not done.
Oh, stupid dice. Don't go body.
Balthor did speak to Hayes and was trying to treat Hayes more, like trying to respect her more and listen to her more, and was trying to build a relationship with Hayes. So I think Balthor will say,
And then at the first instance, when there's a 50-50 on, they're on arguing sides.
he's going to change. He's going to change his opinion and be like, oh, okay, Hayes, we will follow you.
I just think that this would be a better option, and then maybe we could do the mind next. But I just think we need to be a little bit more prepared, because if I go in there now, I don't think I'm mentally strong enough to deal, and I don't want to end up like her out there. She's in internal pain.
We will not let that happen to you, but I will follow you, Hayes.
Have we reached a decision?
Tom?
Tom!
We've got two-thirds majority so far.
No.
Doggy.
Can I pull out my grappling hook?
Reaches for a cannon that's no longer there. Oh.
Accurate, Tom.
Does Tom walk dragging his heels and head down and just really
like a stroppy toddler that you won't buy sweets for when you take him to the shop.
So, have we reached a decision?
Looks like it.
And decision you're
I
going
know, the other Balthor is still stood over there.
Yeah.
Balthor was torn.
Yes. That's part of the trial. It's a hidden trial within a trial. No.
It makes sense, because we're not
His
starting
brother.
at the mind, we're starting right at the bottom on the souls. This might be the souls of the feet, guys. We
Yeah.
didn't think about it that way.
Could be the arseholes. No. So we're going to do the trial of the soul first.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the one that you'd fully fleshed out? Okay.
No, it's the one I have a really
Didn't
great.
think so.
But it is the one I've made a start on, and it is the one I think that you will like the most, and one I have been planning for a very long time.
That's not
So-
honest whatsoever.
Would it not be better for us to let you finish doing it before
No.
we take that one on?
No, because we have half an hour left.
And
We will get
we'll have
to.
to decide whether we've got to decide whether to go left or right straight away. So that will be the rest of the session.
No,
Let's be honest.
no. There is. Right, so I'm just going to move you to here.
Oh,
So when you enter through the portal, you actually appear through this door at the bottom. So you enter this chamber through a door. Oh, 15 Balthors. No. Why-
Because I can't move that token.
Oh,
so
which
I-
one
you
can't
have
you
to-
move? Move your one then. Oh, everyone's gone. I tell you.
I put my own on because then she's not at the bottom of the pile of all my other 1,000 tokens I put on every slide we've put on so far tonight and done nothing with.
No, that's fine. So, 3 of you get through the portal immediately. Oh, and then Tom appears a little bit later, and a cloud appears. So as you walk through the portal,
Giant fucking owl.
giant fucking owl appears.
Giant fucking owl appears.
Does it look anything like any of the portals we've seen already? Like the one early doors where we saw save Magnus's sister,
Mhm.
or the one we saw under the cathedral thing?
Yep, nope, nothing like that.
Okay.
So you all enter the room. Most of you. You'll catch up. And it's a chamber that you step forward into. And you are in a room. In front of you is a ring, a light ring suspended in a frame.
I will cautiously, slowly step towards the ring.
Go on then, Baltha. How are you going to go home? No, seriously. Look,
Okay.
how are you going to go home?
So we've come through this portal here. So
No,
this
you've
is
not come
where
through the portal. You came through the door.
So through the portal.
No. You came through the door.
Go
Yeah,
on,
so
go
to
to the
get
portal and see what happens.
There is
home,
no,
I'm going to go through the portal.
but there is no door. The door you came through has now gone.
Oh.
All there is this portal in front of you.
So that's the way home.
Try it and see.
Not all.
At
Well,
least
if
if
you-
you,
Anything else we
can
can
go
see in
through.
the room?
can you say Prime Edition in? Well, it won't hurt it, and you may be able to see through it, or will it move too far away from you?
Is there anything else we can see in this room? Is just that one?
Do you want to roll me a perception? Do you want to go and have a look? You can do what you want. You can look around.
I'll walk
You've got
around the
free
other side
movement.
of the portal.
I will send the scouting party out.
You walk around this chamber and the walls are solid. The floor is solid. The ceiling is solid.
I'd like to walk closer to the ring.
Mhm.
I'm assuming, can you see straight through it? Is it just a
Yeah.
glowing light?
Think of it like a bubble. Like a flat bubble.
Is it like one of those camera things that were in New York?
No.
Goblin.
You can see someone on the other side of it through
If
a
I go around the
film.
other side of it, can I see Hayes on the other side?
Mhm.
Okay.
What happens when I stand in it?
Are you gonna step through it?
I'm going to say, do we feel
Yeah.
anything as we get closer
Okay.
to it?
I'll resolve that in a minute. Is anyone else going to step through it?
Can I-
Do we feel anything as we're getting closer to it?
Nope.
No. I'm just going to stay where I am.
Can I
make an Arcana
investigate it?
check?
Hang on.
Yeah.
Two things. Say one, and then the other say the other.
I think we're about going to ask the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
In a different way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You both want to investigate in different ways. Yeah.
I
Okay.
would check Arcana.
Yep. And David, you want to check for?
I just want to check to see if I recognise the magic that's in this portal thing.
Okay. You can roll whatever you wish to.
I believe it'll be an Arcana.
No magic that you recognise. This is, I mean, maybe if you recognise it's got the taste of Zelatoth's magic all over it, but then again, you're in her realm. This is her domain now.
Can I do an investigation or a perception to see if there's any shadows anywhere near?
Yes. Nope. There's just this room and just this portal.
Is Tom going in, or can we poke it first?
I've already gone.
Well,
we go.
I will resolve that in a minute. You
I'm going
can,
to sit back and watch what happens to Tom.
okay
But
then.
I'd probably take a step back as I saw Tom running into it.
Okay, so Tom, you're going to step through.
Or new character sheet?
But again, I already did that once.
Wow.
That's
You,
the new
s-
record.
you say
and three in
that.
one night.
You say that. But as you pass through this barrier, Tom, you feel a particular tingling sensation.
Tomina.
Your form shifts and shrinks, and you find yourself transformed. It's not just a physical transformation. You can feel two distinct natures warring within you. One pulls you towards harmony. One pulls you towards havoc and chaos. Delightful chaos. I'm going to say 2 words and then enjoy the reaction of this that I have been waiting to say for a while. One pulls you towards harmony, the other pulls you towards delightful chaos. Goblin chaos. When you step through this portal, Tom doesn't emerge, but Tom does emerge. But a scallywag Tom emerges.
Oh! Oh, yes!
I will happily jump through that portal.
A goblin D's Nuts Haze appears on the other side.
We got the chaos.
There
Just
is
to
a
be true.
reason I wouldn't let you change and level up in goblins, because goblins and Vanguard are both level 9. You will be going through the rest of this trial as your goblin characters, as played by your Vanguard selves.
Yes.
Oh,
So not playing it. So if I go through there, I am going to be Munchie's body, but with Balthor's mind.
Yep. And I will be in. I know, right?
How?
I know.
Oh, that's so hard because. Oh.
And I will be introducing a new mechanic.
Okay.
It is going to be called the Goblin Instinct mechanic, the Harmony and Havoc scale. Had anyone ever heard of a game called Laser Beams and Feelings?
No.
Basically, I have assigned all your characters a number, and when you'll be doing any particular movements and stuff, you will be rolling against your nature to see whether you're more goblin-y about it or more vanguard-y about it. To try and see if you can contest and overrule your goblin your vanguard soul in your goblin body.
Oh,
I don't
no.
want to contest it.
I mean, you can lean into it.
Oh. No, I mean, yes, absolutely. Vanguard, we will lean into Vanguard.
But whether that has repercussions at the end of this trial
always consequences.
will be seen.
Mhm.
That's where I'm going to leave it for now.
Are the rest of us jumping through though, aren't we?
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, hang on then. As you step through the portals and change, it's like another door appears that you could only see with a different set of eyes.
Ah.
I had hoped as well at this point, and I have tested it entirely in a different testing sheet, that I wanted to have a button that I would press that would deactivate your Vanguard sheets and replace them with the Goblin ones.
Oh,
But I ran out of time. I ran out of time for that today. So
So we're not using these character sheets.
no,
we're
you'll be
the-
using your Goblin character sheets.
I
Okay.
need to see if I'm actually the right level.
Can I? Do I have Trailblazer? Do I have Prime? Do I have Nebula?
I mean,
Nope.
that's some of the intricacies I need to work on.
Okay.
So I have the idea for this, and I have a couple of maps, but there's a lot of intricacy I still need to work on. So
Screw you guys. I'm glad we chose this one.
As Balthor steps through and his body changes to Munchie, he's just gonna quickly look down and be like, "No, I'm a hippie." Oh,
Oh, that's
no! How is it?
So yeah, as Balthor steps through, he sniffs. The first thing he detects is a slight whiff of the marijuana about him.
Oh,
You're gonna have the biggest problems between Vanguard and Goblins.
Oh god, it's such a scale, isn't it? That
Yeah.
is like polar
Do you know what's-
opposites.
Do you know what's the best thing is? You couldn't have done it any better for Cat
I know.
because you hate hippies, and then you built much.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, that's fantastic.
Well,
So-
it's because Balthor likes efficiency and order.
Ooh, I could
And that
picture
This place is
Munchie.
laid back.
I said I
Oh.
could picture Munchie turning his little hippie clothes into like a proper smart-looking suit.
Oh,
So,
Lots of
like I said,
thinking.
there's still a couple of the details I need to work on. I think I might give you access to both of your sheets, and you can choose what you want to use in particular situations.
Sweet.
I've still working on the mechanics of that, so I'm going to stop now. But that's the end of this one. Welcome to this first trial.
Oh,
That was brilliant.
I
Thank
love
you.
that. Fantastic.
I won't be needing